This is Outlandish Zicky Dice, and you're watching the best of old school and new school. This is the Nation Network. Outlandish.
International Wrestling Federation.
From Universal Studios, Florida, the home of Earthquake, Confrontation, E.T., Back to the Future, and now plays host to the International Wrestling Federation from Soundstage 23, Universal Studios, Florida, where you can ride the movies and see the superstars of professional wrestling.
All right, good evening, wrestling fans, and welcome back here to the Nation Network for more IWF wrestling action.
The International Wrestling Television Championship.
We get ready to kick things off with the television champion defending his title. He's already picked up 2 big wins, heading on to number 3.
You know, one thing we know, and we've already talked about this a great deal, but my man right here, if he's able to defend his title 4 times, he will have to sacrifice that title, but after that, he can name the champion of his choosing.
Well, it seems like it's easier said than done, but if anybody's capable of doing it, I would say Rob Van Dam has shown that he is definitely that guy. Meantime, Lightning Lou Perez heading to the ring, and he's got, I'm sure, a different mindset going into this match. He's had some tremendous matches for us right here on Soundstage 23.
Lightning Lou Perez is the real deal. There's no arguing about this guy. He is it.
Now, you have to start to wonder certain things there. This is something you know better than anybody right now, and I'm talking to you, the Continental Lover. Rob Van Dam comes in to defend this title for the 2nd time here tonight, but the question is really, how focused do you think he is based on all the events that have taken place over the last week and a half?
I guess that's something we're all going to find out in just a few moments.
As we take a look at the television champion, Rob Van Dam, heading towards the ring. And of course, what we are referring to is a recent assault by several members of the IWF over at Soundstage 21 against members of a rival organization.
I really don't want to beat a dead horse, but I'll just mention this much right now. I have talked to the powers or the people that were involved in this. As we know, Thor has been suspended now indefinitely without pay, and that's a choice that he made. I don't like it. I'd much rather have Thor wrestling here in the IWF. He's one of the mainstays. But I just cannot have this behavior, and I certainly can't have them bringing this kind of attention to the IWF. That's not what we're about. That's not what I want here.
Introducing the challenger from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Lightning Luis Perez. And his opponent from Battle Creek, Michigan, weighing in at 214 pounds, the International Wrestling Television Champion, Rob Van Dam.
Well, the introduction's out of the way. Now it is a matter of putting the title up and defending it. And fans, this weekend, we remind you, this Sunday will be the first Supercard event for IWF Wrestling. It will be Wrestleslam. Join us here on Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for what promises to be a tremendous night and a memorable night of professional wrestling.
I'll tell you, I am so excited for this big event. This is something we've been working towards for a long time, and we are going to be absolutely, it'll be something that people are going to be talking about for a long time. I can promise you that. I know I am looking forward to it.
Well, we're going to get a little bit of a preview later on tonight because our main event is going to see the champion Blackjack Mulligan in a non-title match against Cliff Anderson. And Anderson will have that title on the line last chance at Wrestleslam. What can you tell us about that?
I can tell you this about that. The fact of the matter is Cliff Anderson has had a lot of opportunities. He's come up short each and every time, whether it's a title match or not. But the bad blood that runs deep between him and Mulligan, sometimes you just got to let people take care of business, if you know what I mean.
Van Dam right now stretching out that arm of Lightning Lou Perez, driving a knee into the, looks like the tricep area. Oh, and a drop kick right between the shoulder blades. These two guys match up very evenly.
Yeah, I really do believe they both have about similar experience. Neither one of these guys has got a ton of experience under them. They're both very athletic. I'd say Lightning Lou's a little bit more of a grappler style of wrestler, and Van Dam, I mean, he's got martial arts skills that I've never seen before.
As always, want to welcome everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network here for IWF Wrestling. Big JH in the house along with Juan Cordero in prime time.
Also, we got Hot Shit and Juan L.
And now Lightning Lou stomping away on the right hand of Rob Van Dam and the TV champion, starting to feel that one. Fans, if this is your first time watching the IWF, the television title is a brand new title that was decided a couple of weeks ago in a very last moment. Originally it was going to be a tournament, as I understand, but ended up being a gauntlet situation, and Van Dam came out on top. The rules of the TV title is you will defend it each and every week here on television. If you're able to win 4 matches in a row, you will sacrifice that title, and then you will instead challenge any champion in the IWF that you want. What a move right there by Lightning Lou Perez. Tremendous neck breaker. That really did a number on Van Dam. Oh, what a move right there. What in the world? We might be looking at a brand new television champion crowned right now.
Well, that'll definitely be a big one.
German suplex, shoulders are down. Referee slides into position. Oh, and Van Dam able to kick out. Lightning Lou from the top rope. Elbow finds the mark. Referee there again. Do we have a new champion? Not yet.
Well, Van Dam having to reach deep down inside. I'm not sure how he's pulling that off, I'll tell you. That takes a special sort of energy right there.
Perez just went airborne. And normally, this is what we see out of Van Dam. He is just peppering Van Dam and beating him at his own game here tonight. You know, we talked early on, and I asked, do you think he can be focused after a lot of the outside issues he's dealing with as a result of his actions 2 weeks ago? And I almost feel like perhaps he's not completely focused on this match. Referee's count in the meantime has made it up to 6. Van Dam, what a move by Van Dam on the floor. And now Lightning Lou Perez having to try and get back into this.
These two guys really doing a hell of a job on one another, but they are not paying attention to the referee at all.
The champion beats the count back in and gets another win.
Here is your winner, and still International Wrestling Television Champion, Rob Van Dam.
Big victory right there for Rob Van Dam. Very impressive indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, plenty more action coming your way. Stay with us for the IWF on the Nation Network.
Hi, it's me, Antonio Banderas. When I use my Bosch fridge, it makes me feel different. It It makes me feel like Antonio Banderas.
Well, I hear you, brother. Because when I use my Bosch power tools, I feel like the Macho Man Randy Savage. You dig it?
I do dig it, Randy.
Whip bang!
Powerful power tools.
Phenomenal appliances.
Rotary hammers.
Dishwashers.
Mighty sauce.
Induction cooktops.
Randy!
Coming. Impact drivers.
Refrigerators.
Watch this. Elbow.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
All right, fans, and oh, hold on just a moment. The nuclear assassin attacking Denny Brown from behind. The American Heritage Champion has had a long-going feud with Denny, and we know they are going to be meeting up this Sunday for that Heritage Championship.
You know, I don't mind men taking matters into their own hands sometimes, but I think it makes a lot more sense when you do that to somebody you're about to step in the ring with, not when you're running back to the locker room.
Well, that's going to give our newcomer here, Chase, a major advantage in the start of this matchup. Referee kind of got in the way there. Oh, and he just cost Chase a big opportunity. And Denny Brown going to take advantage of that. I guess you could say things are all evened up now. The referee getting in the way of Chase, causing him to wipe out. Perhaps going to even things up. Nice move right there by Chase. Comes out of it with a flying head scissor. And again, referees count. You have to pay attention. Denny Brown goes back under the bottom rope. And now Chase on the top. Comes off with a splash. What would it do to Denny Brown's confidence going into the title match on Sunday if he loses to this absolute newcomer?
I tell you what, he may be a new guy here in the IWF, but he looks like he knows his way around the ring. Chase impressing me very much early on here tonight.
Comes off the top rope with a big splash, 2 count, and almost got him. And now, Denny Brown, corkscrew pile driver, might be the end of the night. Referee's in position for one. There's no, that's all you're going to get. I'm surprised he was able to kick out that quick.
Lightning Lou Perez is a true wrestler. He knows how to put his opponents away. Here he goes again, belly to back suplex, and he's going to get the win.
That is why he is the contender, the #1 contender for the American Heritage Championship. Big victory right there for Denny Brown. We'll be back in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with us.
He's American man.
Wrestling fans, make sure you join us on Saturday mornings right here for Saturday Morning Superstars of Wrestling. All of the greats from the past will be right here on Saturday mornings here on the Nation Network. Names like Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bruno Sammartino, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the Magnificent Morocco, and many, many more. All the action right here on the Nation Network Saturday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. What you gonna do when the legends of wrestling run wild on you? right, fans, we are back. Tag team action coming your way. And speaking of tag teams,
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring at a combined weight of 490 pounds. And
as we take a look at the Long Riders heading to the ring right now, Kip Winchester and Brett Colt. They've been doing very well in recent weeks.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They are moving up the ladder of success here, and it's only a matter of time, in my opinion, before they have a shot at gold.
Well, I dare say you would know. When we talk about the tag team titles, they're going to be defended this Sunday night, are they not?
Yeah, baby, it's finally going to happen. It's been working up to it, and now we're going to see it live and in living color. On Sunday night, Demolition is going to go head-to-head with the current tag team champions.
That would be, of course, Odessa Slim and Chubby MC.
combined weight of 506 pounds. Mondo Clyde. And
As we take a look at the Stomper and Mondo Clean, led, of course, by Nasty Ronnie.
Nasty Ronnie is one of those guys that lives up to his name, if you know what I'm saying. He is nasty. He is not a good person. I don't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Since putting this faction together, Nasty Ronnie has assembled quite an army.
Well, it's definitely one of those things where I'm kind of keeping a close eye on things to make sure he doesn't overstep his boundaries.
He wants to have total domination over the IWF. He's made that very clear.
Well, I can tell you right now, that's not something that I'm going to allow to happen.
Bell sounds, action's underway, and look at this. Brett Colt just drilled him with no effect, and now Mondo Clean with a clothesline almost decapitated him.
You got to be real careful when you're picking fights with people like this. You go into a bar, you don't just hit a big man. Find a couple of little ones first, I say.
Sit-out powerbomb perfectly executed right there, and Mondo Clean sending a message right now to one half of the Long Riders. Oh, drove that knee right into the side of the head. That's how you get a concussion.
Well, if you're working for Nasty Ronnie, you don't care about these kinds of things. You're going to brutalize your opponent. You're going to hurt your opponent. You want to send a message out to the tag team champions, whoever they may be, after Sunday night.
Look at this, Mondo just staring him down. And now gets him back up. And another knee right to the face. I'm not sure how he's even conscious. And now look at this. Nasty Ronnie just threw a sledgehammer into the ring.
I'm not sure what his logic is in that, because if his man were to use that tool, they get disqualified. And when you get disqualified, you get the short end of the paycheck. And I know one thing about Nasty Ronnie. He likes to buy those cheap clothes, but he likes to buy lots of them.
Look at this. No effect on Mondo Clean whatsoever. And now he's got him. Oh, and a power slam. Save made by Kip Winchester. Otherwise, I believe this match was done. Brett Colt has been able to do nothing to Mondo Clean. This has been a one-on-one match from the opening bell. And now Colt rolling out to the floor, and he's on the wrong part of town.
Yeah, I mean, you're over there with all of your opposition, including Nasty Ronnie, and a big, heavy sledgehammer. That's not where you want to be.
Tasting the steel right now. Look at the back. Colt Winchester right now showing the signs and battle scars. Mondo Clean really doing a job. Colt trying. Wait a minute. Nasty Ronnie in the ring. In the meantime, tag is made, and I don't know if Mondo realizes it.
Well, I don't think he realized it, no, but he picked up on it pretty quickly.
Mondo clean now. Going after. Kip Winchester has him up. Sit out, power bomb, and Winchester not doing very well either.
The Long Riders right now, this is the worst I've ever seen them. They have not had any offense to speak of, and they've only gone up against Mondo. Mondo's been a one-man wrecking crew in this one.
Definitely taking care of, and look at this. Winchester realizing that his punches are having no effect on this monster Mondo clean. Has him up, couldn't hold the weight. And Winchester for the first time has Mondo clean down.
But he's right back up, overpowered. And I'll say this right now. Kip Winchester is not a small man. Brett Colt is not a small man. But Mondo is handling business, if you know what I'm saying.
Going for the cover. On 1 count. Winchester right now trying to figure out, what do I got to do to this guy?
Well, we might be looking at a tag here finally by Nasty Ronnie. And Nasty Ronnie in the ring again. What is going on with him?
Oh, what a double team right there. And Kip Winchester is in bad shape, ladies and gentlemen. Choking him out now. Are you hearing this?
Who's wet? He's here. He's here. No. You just keep him outside. I'll get to this in a minute.
All right, fans, we're hearing from the back right now from our security team that Thor is outside the building.
Yeah, outside the building. He's not coming in. He's under suspension.
Meantime, back in the ring, another tag is made. Winchester's in a lot of trouble. Clothesline sends him over the top all the way to the floor. Fans, we are monitoring what's going on out back right now with Thor.
You know what? You're going to have to cover this. I got to go take care of business. I'll be back.
All right. The Continental Lover heading out back to figure out what the heck is going on. Meantime, face first, pile driver. Kip Winchester now, what's he gonna do? Boot to the midsection. Oh, man. Leg lariat going for the cover, hooking to leg 1. He got 2, he almost got him. For the longest time, they couldn't do any damage to him, and now he's got a 2 count. Mondo clean right back up, comes up with a neck breaker. Hooks the leg. Brett Colt, I beg your pardon, comes in and makes the save. And another tag is made. The Stomper coming in. Has him up in the air. Atomic knee drop. Looking to make the tag. There it is. And Brett Colt is the legal man. Stomper doesn't know it. No effect. Look at the payback. Referee's there for 1, for 2, and almost. My goodness. The Stomper did not like that at all. And that's the win. The Long Riders, they shot their shot, but it wasn't enough to get the job done. All right, fans, we got a commercial break. Still trying to figure out what is going on outside the back of the building with Thor right now. Hopefully we can get a word. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is the IWF on the Nation Network.
Well, let me tell everybody something. America is back. 2024 was a great year. And in 2025, we made the decision to make America great again. And what better way? With real American beer. We're bringing America back together in 2025 with real American beer. So what you gonna do when real American beer and all my Hulkamaniacs run wild on you?
All right, fans, we are back. Still trying to monitor what's going on outside here, stage 23, Universal Studios, Central Florida. We understand that Thor, who has been banned, has shown up. Trying to get into the building is what I believe is what we heard in the initial report. Eddie Mansfield has left the booth to go deal with it.
Making his way to the ring, weighing in at that 1 pound.
Jammer and Slammer, brute force heading to the ring. It'll be individual competition tonight, but they will have tag team action on Sunday as they look to settle a score once and for all against the Dynamite Express. That is a battle that has raged on for several weeks now here in the IWF. No love lost between those four men. Rocket Randy Rhodes and his tag team partner will be in action against these two.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 228 pounds, Lance
As Lance Von Erich heads down the aisle in what's supposed to be a one-on-one match, but when you're dealing with brute force, you're never so sure, now are you? Bell sounds, action's underway. Slammer living up to the name with that double axe handle to the back. Goes for the cover, gets one. Big right hand. Has him up in the air. Power bomb. And now stomp to the midsection and walking it right off, Lance. Of course, many of you will know him from his days in the World Class Championship Wrestling era. The world famous Sportatorium had some tremendous matches there. Has decided now to head here to the IWF and try his hand at the talent on the roster here. Oh, that's a long flying elbow drop by a big man. Slammer is in control early on of this one as he just hurls Lance into the corner. Upon hearing of the signing of Lance Von Erich, a lot of people thought that he was going to be one of the top contenders to the heavyweight championship here, currently held by Blackjack Mulligan, who we're going to see in action later on tonight. Look at this move! Are you kidding me? Off the top rope. And now Lance Von Erich has completely turned the momentum in this one. Oh, he missed his cue on that, and that might be a problem. Slammer has him and drives him into the mat. Going up to the top rope again, and we've seen Slammer do some pretty amazing things. Oh my goodness, what a splash. Near 300 pounds coming crashing down on Lance Von Erich, and he got a 2 count. Big punch to the head, might have knocked him out. Slammer's down, and his shoulder is up. Irish whip to the ropes, back out front, and he spears him. Lance Von Erich looking for the win. Not gonna get it, not yet. And another mistimed, miscalculated move right there by Lance. Into the turnbuckle. Von Erich has him in the corner. Now going to work him over. Oh, he's using that top rope for leverage, pulling the arm backwards, hyperextending the elbow, it would appear. And now Von Erich to the ropes. Oh my God, he almost took his head off of that one. Are you kidding me? I'm not even sure how Slammer is still up. Out to the floor we go. Von Erich comes out after him. Gonna do further damage to the knee now. Again, trying to hyperextend. Spinning back fist, almost took his face off. Well, whatever advantage Slammer had early on, it's gone right now, and Von Erich has fought his way back to taking control of this match and dominating. Shoulder block as the referee's count continues to climb. These men better not lose track of where he's at. Von Erich down now, and Slammer to the ropes. Senton splash, will that be enough? He thinks he's got him. Cover and hooks the leg for one. He's got two. He got it. No! Von Erich got a shoulder up at the last second. Oh, that's about as close as you're going to get without getting the win. There's the headbutt. Oh, and Von Erich is right back up and ready to meet him. He jumps over and comes up with a running shoulder block. Meantime, looks like Jammer was up on the apron trying to distract Lance, and now the referee is busy dealing with a top turnbuckle that somehow magically came loose. From the middle rope now. Slammer waiting on Von Erich to get up. Cross body. Wow, he just bowled him over. Going for the cover. That might be all she wrote. Von Erich got out. He didn't kick out. He got out. So we take a look at Von Erich, man. He is showing the battle scars. He is a battered and bruised. He's definitely going to be feeling the effects of this one long after tonight. Look at him. He is lit up like a Christmas tree. And now we're back to where we started. Slammer just throwing him around. Off the rope, Slammer. Another senton. And once again, waiting on Lance Von Erich to get up to his feet. Has him up in the air. Oh, good night. Dropped him on his head. He's out. There's no way you kick out from this one. What a devastating move. The slam jam right there.
Here is your winner.
Fans will be back with more in just a moment. Might need the medical team to take a look at this.
You have what it takes to become a professional wrestler. Become part of the fast-paced, slam-bam world of professional wrestling by joining the official IWF Training Center. Learn training and conditioning methods from professionals and find out what it takes to become a superstar in pro wrestling. You have tried the rest, so learn from the best at the IWF Training Center by calling area code 407-438-6411. Area code 407-438-6411. Don't miss it. Be there.
You know, I hate to keep coming out here and having to come out here and address the same issue over and over again, but Thor has been told that he has been suspended indefinitely, and I understand that he's been trying to get himself in the building tonight. So security, let him in. If he wants to come in, let him in. Come on, Thor, you want to do this face to face? I'm not going to sit here and let you run my company into the ground. I'm not going to let you come out here and destroy everything I've built up. Come on in.
Well, now we're letting Thor into the building. I thought we didn't want him in the building. Eddie Mansfield has invited him to the ring.
All right, I'm here, Eddie. This is what you want. This is what you got. Now, I've got a little bit of news for you before you get too on your high horse right now. No, let me tell you. You're going to listen to me because this is my company. You don't walk in here and you don't tell me how it's going to be. You don't tell me what's going to happen. I told you to stay away from Soundstage 21. Didn't I tell you? Did I or didn't I? I heard you. Not to go on Soundstage 21, not to go out there and attack the XWF during their program. I heard all about it. I heard from you. I heard from the lawyers. And I heard from all the people that I had to post a bond for. By the way, I'm getting that money back. Yeah, really, how do you figure that? Because as easy as my instructions were, you didn't follow them. You didn't listen to a damn thing I told you to do. And now look at the situation you got me in. Maybe you don't understand how this affects me. I understand exactly how it affects you because I know how it affects me, and I've been trying to get you to understand I'm doing you a favor. Everything you are doing right now is tying our hands behind our backs so that the XWF can move into our territory. They're getting bigger, we're getting smaller. That ain't gonna work for me. I'm not sure what part of this is too confusing for you. You're generally a pretty bright guy, but right now I don't see that. You know the people who bankroll that company? You know the names on that roster, and I'm not knocking ours. We've got a tremendous roster in here, and I'll put it up against anybody's. But they got the who's who over there. We don't need that kind of heat. Well, that's the difference between you and me, isn't it? You are afraid of the heat, and I am looking for more. See, I'm not going to let them walk into my backyard, kick in the door, walk through my house, go out the front, and take everything in between. You seem to be okay with that. Brother, ain't nobody stealing from me, ain't nobody taking nothing from me that ain't been took before. See, you haven't walked down the roads that I've walked down. I was blackballed in this business to the point where I had to wait over a decade just to step foot back in. And even then I had to do it on my own. Had to make my own team, get my own promotion, had to put my own roster together, fight for the little TV time we got. You've had everything handed to you up to this point in time. Opportunity. I've had things handed to me? Really? Is that what you think? I've had things handed to me? I worked my ass off to get to where I am right now, pal. And where I am right now is carrying this company on its back. I have been the poster boy for IWF. And I'm not going to let Hulk Hogan run his organization in my back door and steamroll me. You, of all people, should know that. Here's what I know. What I know is you were under a 90-day probation and you violated that probation. That's where we're going to have an understanding. You see, Continental Lover, you might want to talk to your legal team because you're wrong. What are you talking about? If you look at that agreement that I signed, 60 days, $6,000 security bond, said that I would not go back on Soundstage 21. I would not attack the XWF wrestlers on their TV program. It said nothing about what happens in the back lot. You're just mincing words right now. The results are still the same. There's no mincing words when it comes to a contract, so you ought to read yours a little more closely. End of the day, I didn't breach anything. Hence, I am not suspended, and I am not out $6,000. So if you spent that money, you better get it back quick. And if you don't believe me, call your lawyers.
So apparently Thor is not suspended. Oh, we're going to have to get more on this as we head to Wrestleslam, ladies and gentlemen.
There's only one man who can tell the world all that goes on in pro wrestling.
I'm Captain Lou, and I'm talking to you about the world of pro wrestling. Call me. I'm telling you. This number's for you. Mom, you raised a great son.
There'll be no more calls for you, Lou. My boys and I are taking you in. Get it. Come on.
I got a right to make one phone call. And so do you.
Lou Albano's Wrestling Hotline, available until further notice or a hearing. Call now. $1.50 for the first minute, 35 cents each additional minute.
All right, fans, we are back, and joining me back here in the broadcast booth, the Continental Lover himself.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from New York, weighing in at 230 pounds, Cliff Anderson.
And Eddie, I know that probably isn't what you wanted to hear.
You know, I'm going to check with the attorneys. I'm going to do my due diligence, and maybe he's right. But I'll tell you something. Be careful what you ask for. Be careful, because you might just get it. So what? You know what, Thor? I'm going to trust that you did your due diligence, that you did your checking up, and that you know what you're talking about. I'm going to say you're no longer suspended. That's fine. Now, you want to try and circumvent? You want to try and put my neck on the line? I'm the one that had to come up with the money for this. I'm the one that put all the risk out here, and you're going to cost me that? Come Sunday, Thor, you're back. You're going to be in the ring, and I've got an opponent for you.
Well, who are we talking about?
Oh, no. You want to find out? Be here Sunday at 6 p.m., and you'll all find out. Nobody makes a fool out of Eddie Mansfield.
All right, Wrestleslam getting bigger by the moment around here as we take a look at the champion. These two men will be meeting for the title on Sunday night. Cliff Anderson definitely coming in, I would have to say, psychologically at a disadvantage, has yet to beat Blackjack Mulligan. Once again, shout out to everyone joining us here live on the Nation Network. Martin Casey in the house. Also, we have MJ and Caleb joining us. Welcome, everybody. Bell sounds, action's underway, and the champion, got caught right away. Cliff Anderson now bouncing the head of Blackjack Mulligan off the canvas.
I'll say this much right now for Cliff Anderson. He's a stubborn son of a bitch. He just keeps on coming back. As we talk about how many times he hasn't won. He hasn't quit yet. I give him that much. But there's so many other people here that deserve a title shot, and I can't keep tying it up with Cliff Anderson. So Sunday is fun day. Get it done, baby.
Anderson right now, best he's looked in a while. Oh, and Blackjack Mulligan just came and bowls through him. Big knee lift. Oh, my goodness. Almost lifting him over the top rope to the floor. And now Anderson comes up with a small package. He cradles him up, and Mulligan comes out the back door, and he looks surprised.
Well, here's where you're a guy like Blackjack Mulligan. You got to be very careful. You've beaten this guy so many times before that you think that you can just do it whenever you want. And that's when you'll get bit. That's when the snake bite comes. Don't play with it, because eventually it's going to happen. You're talking about a man who's a member of the Anderson family.
Well, the claim is that he is a cousin to Arn and Ole Anderson. We have never been able to confirm that. Mulligan now with the Irish whip to the ropes. He goes back out front. Oh, and they collide. Mulligan with a series of right hands, and he's laying into him now. Look at Mulligan hammering away. Oh, and another clubbing forearm. From behind, belly to back suplex, and now Blackjack Mulligan. In control, bringing it back in the hard way. And an exchange here in the middle of the ring.
Well, Mulligan, he's a wily veteran. This is a guy who's been around for a long, long time and knows his way around the ring. He is a big man, but he can hit you with some sudden moves.
Oh, there's the claw hold. Match is over. You're not going to survive the claw hold. I seriously doubt it.
He is doing everything he can in his power not to give it up. But we've seen a lot of big names surrender to the claw hold of Blackjack Mulligan.
And now, Cliff Anderson fighting for all he's worth. Mulligan with a right hand. And another one. And another. Boot to the midsection. Oh, Cliff Anderson barely able to stay upright. Down to one knee. And Mulligan just continues to pummel him.
There's nothing pretty about this hit. He's a big old country boy. This is what they do. This is what they do. Get into a fight, one of them. You will find out. Look at the face of Cliff Anderson right now.
Good night. Sidewalk slam, and that's going to be all she wrote. Cliff Anderson once again heads in. Oh, I was going to say on a loss, but it's not over yet. Look at Blackjack Mulligan. Got this crowd riled up right now. He wants Anderson on his feet. Shoulder tackle. Once again, Mulligan waiting him out. There's a buckshot elbow. Lights out. And it's a big win for Blackjack Mulligan. No, he got a shoulder up. I can't believe it.
Where in the hell did he find it in him to kick out of that one?
Cliff Anderson catching a beating. Look at him. There's a DDT and the champion just got stunned. Mulligan now getting the shoulder up.
Well, that'll definitely ring your bell getting dropped on your head like that.
And now Anderson choking him out across the top rope. Referee's behind, doesn't even see it. Cliff Anderson now sizing him up. Mulligan in trouble. Gourd buster. Shades of Arn Anderson. He got him. He got him.
He does not look victorious, though, does he?
Well, he might not look it, but he is. Cliff Anderson finally breaking the streak and has a victory over Blackjack Mulligan heading into Wrestleslam this Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. The title will be on the line. Hold on. What does he do? He's got a steel chair. Cliff Anderson going to work on the champion. We're out of time. We got to go.